Hi guys, welcome back to Saturday Swatchfest. Are you ready for this Swatchfest? We're gonna have so much fun. I am pumped today, you guys. Man, I look at my calendar that I have on my fridge and my week is like empty except for one thing. That feels so good after last week was so crazy. I had so much stuff going on, but with planning for my little trip with Tim and then taking the trip, I'm just gonna call it like our 7 minutes in heaven because it literally felt like it went by in a snap. It was so crazy. I'm so grateful for it, but it was over way too fast. And then I came home and then it was the weekend and all the projects we had going on and then church and then, Monday, and I'm just like, okay, ready for this week. I take a look at the week and nothing. And so I was so happy about it. I actually got a ton of stuff done for my channel this week, which made me so happy. I was trying to litter my channel with videos this week, and I really had so much to post about, but I was just like, oh yeah, I can really get stuff done. So, don't you guys love that? I love when I don't have too much stuff on my calendar. I didn't even tell you guys very much about our trip that we took. It was so much fun. We just went, we got on the freeway, we drove to like, not the next town, but like a little bit down towards San Jose. We got a hotel, we went and we had fondue, we walked around downtown, we went into some little shops. I was so surprised that, like, I thought the day after when we were in the hotel, I was thinking Tim was gonna wanna sleep in till like 10 o'clock, then go get some breakfast, like super lazy day. It was 7:30 in the morning, he's like, get up, let's go do stuff. I was like, what? Or one day to sleep in, but you know what was so frustrating? Is there was like this little alarm in the hotel room that didn't look like an alarm. It basically just looked like a black box and it had like no numbers on it. It didn't even look like a clock, anything. But it was an alarm and it went off at 6:30 and I guess we only hit snooze instead of turn off. So when it went off again, like 20 minutes later, Tim was just up. And so then by 7:30 he was like, get up, let's go. So we got up, we went to the mall, we had breakfast at this little diner. It was so cute and we're like, oh, we got to bring the kids back here. But all the good food is like all the stuff that's not on our diet, you know what I mean? Yeah, we went to the mall, we went to the movies. It was such a nice time. Treasure these moments, right? Just put them in the memory bank of just, this is what you're going to think about when you're frustrated with your husband because it's at the end of the day and the house looks crazy and nobody's helping you clean anything. That's what the end of my days are like. I don't know about you, but that's how I feel at the end of the day. So anyway, you guys, I hope you've been having a good week, and if you have not, I hope that this video can just maybe serve to relax you. Just you and me, let's have our chill time and let's talk about nail polish. So my red actually ended up being my A+ polish of the week. So we are gonna add another purple in here. I know, shocking that I have another purple to talk about. I just do. I have lots of purples, always, you guys, because it's always the color that I gravitate towards. So we're going to talk about purple. Speaking of red, though, I am in love with this lippy. I'm going to tell you guys what it is in just a second. So let's start out with this purple. So last week when Pow found all those OPI polishes, the new Fiji collection, which it's up now if you missed it, if you want to go see what OPI has out for spring and summer, the Fiji collection review is up with dupes and comparisons. When she was at that beauty supply store, she was like, is there anything else you want? And so I was looking through my list of polishes that I want to get eventually kind of thing. Anyway, I had a couple of China Glaze polishes that I had her send me, and this one is one of them. This polish is called Bogie, and I've had this polish on my list for a long time because when I was a kid, Bogie, spelled B-O-G-I-E, like Humphrey Bogart, his nickname was Bogie. And this comes from the vintage Vixen collection, which is quite old. Anyway, when I was a kid, we didn't watch TV because my parents didn't let us watch TV. They didn't like all the swearing and violence or whatever. Like, they really wanted to decide what we watched. So at home, we all just watched old videos or like PG movies, like Disney movies, like things that my parents were sure didn't have any swearing in them or whatever. So we watched a lot of old classic films. So I've seen like every Humphrey Bogart movie, and I don't know if that probably doesn't mean anything to you. He was like the Ryan Gosling of that time. But actors back then, at least in my opinion, they weren't like muscly and like, well, I don't know. I don't think he's a sexy man. Just in my opinion. But when you lived back in that day, I guess he was really sexy, really cute, really whatever. So like, he was the Ryan Gosling, I guess. Like one of the many, you know, there's lots of them. Clark Gable and Cary Grant and all that kind of stuff. So anyway, I've seen like every one of his movies because he's my dad's favorite actor of all time. That was a really long way of telling you why I picked this polish up. It is a purple metallic polish. It's not like a strong, like flashy metallic. It's more just like a subdued metallic polish. It's a dark purpley gray. It's very beautiful. This went on really nice and creamy. I really like this. It's a really old polish, but as you can see, or as you will see in just a second, it swatches really well. So I'm all about hitting up some of the oldies but goodies, you know what I mean? So anyway, this is Bogie. Okay, so going from really old to really young, we're going to talk about this polish called Kylie, and on Zoya's website it actually says it's Kylie 2. So this is like a really bright, hot, juicy, corally pink. This is so beautiful. On first coat, I was like, oh no, this is going to be too much of a jelly finish and it's not going to get opaque enough. But indeed, at the second coat, this was great. Great opacity. It's, like I said, it's so juicy. Like I just, whoa, this is just, it's awesome. It's not like neon, but it's kind of neon, you know what I mean? I really like this, and if you're a pink lover, I'm not even a pink lover, but if you are, you probably really will like this a lot. It just has it's a really juicy formula. When you have that kind of jelly finish, jelly to crelly, it can just make a really luscious look on the nail. So I really enjoyed this. Alright guys, so like I always do, I'm going to tell you some of the things I'm wearing on my face. It's better than a whole rundown of everything. I'm just going to hit a few of the things that I like. So for foundation, I pulled back out my Revlon Photo Ready. This is in number 1 Ivory. This is like my go-to for when I feel like I've just been wearing some really crummy foundations and I really need a reset to a foundation I know is going to give me coverage and it's just not going to be temperamental for me. I was trying that CoverGirl BB cream that just really didn't go well. Didn't give me any coverage. And then yesterday I pulled out the L'Oreal Cushion foundation that came out a while ago, a while before this new Maybelline one came out, which I haven't tried the Maybelline one yet, but I didn't color match myself originally very well with that, and so the one that looked like it was normally my shade ended up being way warmer. I feel like I should have like flip-flopped them or something, you know, like how MAC, like the NC something is actually the warm and the NW or whatever is the cooler one, you know what I mean? Like that's how it felt like for me. So whenever I put that one on, I'm like, oh yeah, I'm so yellow when I wear this. So I have to powder a lot and it's really, really dewy, and I was just like not into it. And by the way, mine is already drying up. I don't know if you guys are noticing that about that foundation. Get it out and like flip the sponge over or something, but mine feels like it's drying up already. And I've only used it like probably 5 times since I purchased it. So anyway, I pulled this out because I think this is definitely one of my favorites. I really also do like the L'Oreal True Match, but the True Match, that came out weird. This is another definite favorite for me. Okay, so I was wearing that on my lips, you guys. This is such a good red. There are so many great reds out there, but this is such a good price. This is number 910D Red Velvet from Wet n Wild. It goes on so nice and creamy. It's not a problematic lipstick. I feel like I can wear their lipsticks in this formula. I forget what they're called. They don't say on there. But whatever the ones are, you know, in this bullet, the ones that are for 99 cents or whatever, I can wear them and I don't feel like they're going to get all over the place. So comfortable and easy to wear. Okay. Eyes, I've been feeling like really simplistic lately, so I went for another one of these looks with nothing on the top, just a little bit on the bottom. So I took my shade in light. I told you guys that the Anastasia palette, the Modern Renaissance, and this one are my favorite palettes of 2016. So I basically took Ludwin. Is it called Ludwin? Yeah. Anyway, I took Ludwin and just kind of tried to cancel out any redness on my eyes, but I do have quite a bit, so I probably need to invest in something a little bit stronger, like a paint pot or something. Anyway, I took Ludwin all over, and then I took Lazarus, which is my go-to for contour for my kind of really pale, cool tone skin. I contoured a little bit with that, but I also used it to contour my eye socket, and that's it on top. And then on the bottom, I took this like peachy side. I took, is it Latus? L-A-E-T-U-S, Latus. I thought it maybe said lactose intolerant. I took Latus on the bottom underneath my eyelash. Let's see, I also took Lucius and Solus, just a little bit. So that's what's underneath. I lined my inner rim and we were donezo. So I've just been really feeling a really like a more simpler, less blingy eye lately. Who knows, maybe next Saturday I'll be wearing something dark and intense, I don't know. But that's what's on my face today, you guys. You know what is so awesome? Half of these polishes this week were sent to me by friends, subscribers, you guys, and half of them were things that I picked up on my own. So I think that's a first for Swatchfest. I feel like this is the first time that really half of all these polishes were sent by you guys, and you guys are so generous. Such generous hearts. This first one was sent to me. This is a Rimmel London Coral. It's called Instyle Coral. I feel like these 60 seconds ones kind of disappeared from the drugstore recently. I remember in the past few years seeing them a little bit, but not too much. So anyway, this polish came all the way from Europe. It is a beautiful coral, great in 2 coats. I actually really like the brush on these little tiny bottles. It's wide, but not too wide, like exactly how I like it. That's what she said. That's my Steve Carell moment for the day. You know, like how that just kind of like rolls on the end of his sentence whenever he says that in the office. Like he's already knows it's coming, that's what she says. So anyway, this is really beautiful. It's great at 2 coats. It's just so cute, so cute. Alright, I don't have a yellow, but you guys check out that yellow in the OPI video. That was bright and pretty awesome for OPI. Pretty good job. So I'm putting in another blue. So we're doing 2 blues and 2 purples today. This is a Kiko polish. This is a beautiful shimmering polish. This actually really reminds me of one of the blues actually again in that OPI collection. This is a little bit lighter though, but it reminds me of it because it has this kind of purpley pink shimmer like the blue in that collection does. This is number 521. I will put right here what the name of this polish is. This is so pretty. This is so beautiful and shimmery, just like the OPI blue. What was it called? Do You See What I See? There they are together. See, I mean, obviously this one's way lighter, but they had the same kind of shimmer, which I thought was fun. So this is great. It's great at 2 coats. I could still see the nail line a little bit. You could go ahead and go for a 3rd if you wanted to. I feel like that is my statement of the week this week when I'm talking about polishes. I like it at 2 coats. You could do a 3rd if you want to. I feel like I've said that a lot this week in different videos. Yeah, this is great. Let's take a look. Okay, so my favorite thing of this week, well, I had a lot of favorite things, but my favorite thing I want to show you is this cute little set from Sephora. So I saw this on Nevada Nail Person. Her name is Joanne. Nevada Nail Person is her channel, and she always has super awesome hauls. Joanne like knows what's up. She buys all the awesome things, and I usually just watch her hauls, and I don't find myself having to purchase everything because I rein myself in. But this one I just knew I needed to get when I was at Sephora. I mean, just the cute little lippies are so cute. So this is $28. And as she was going through it, she really was pointing out what a great deal this was. So when I was at Sephora the other day, I picked up a couple of Sephora Formula X nail polishes, which they're all $5 now. I don't know if they're discontinuing that line, but they're well, much cheaper than you can normally get them. So they're all $5 if you want to hit up your Sephora and grab some of those. I also grabbed another Jack Black lip balm. That's my definite favorite right now. I really like the By Beauty Agave lip mask, but it's so much more expensive. That's like $22, $28 or something like that, versus the Jack Black one is $8. Anyway, I like the one that says Natural Mint. I haven't tried any of the other flavors. If you guys have, let me know, because I thought I was going to need to pick a different flavor this time because they didn't seem to have it, but then the lady checked into the drawer, so they had it. But let me know if you've tried any of the other flavors and you like them. So that's what I picked up when I was there, plus this little guy. I'm going to show you guys what's in here. I asked the salesperson to help me find this, and she said, oh, I don't think we have that, but it was actually it was like on the display as you walk up. You know how you walk through the little maze and there's all of that stuff there? They had a big pile of these. So if you go in the next few days, chances are you might find it. This was not at a JCPenney's, in like a Sephora inside JCPenney's. It was just at a regular one. But from what I've heard, it's easier to find these like at the ones inside JCPenney's anyway. Or I've seen that this is still online. So let me tell you what's in here. So there is a Buxom lip gloss in White Russian that I really am enjoying. I was wearing it all this whole weekend, and it is just like, it's basically a not even there lip gloss for the days when you don't want to mess around with any color, but it's very, very shiny. You see that? It's like barely any color, but when it's on, it's just very glossy, shiny, and it does have a little bit of like a tingle feeling. The next thing is a full-size product, and this is from the Estee Edit, and this is called the Barest Contour Lip Liner. So, I mean, essentially, I think that they're trying to say that you could wear this with like a lot of things, and that looks to be the case. It's just like a really great neutral, yeah, I mean, you could probably wear it with most anything, any kind of neutral shade. So, I guess they're probably saying put this under or on the edges of anything in this box. There's 4 more products, 6 in total, so I think it's a really great deal. Next up, we have a luxury size sample, or not sample, but a little guy from Marc Jacob. This is called Slow Burn. I do have a few of his little lippies that I've got from, you know, Point Perks or whatever in this size. And you know, we never really will go through as many lip products as we have before they expire, so. At first, like, that's what was keeping me from getting this. I was like, I'm just gonna waste more lip products and not use them, but it was there when I was there, and I just couldn't help myself. So that is just a really pretty neutral, a rosy neutral shade. Next up, there is a Too Faced Melted Matte, which I haven't tried this formula yet. Here is the size of it. Sorry, I'm holding the little box under my arm, and so I have to hold it with my other hand whenever I lift a product up. Okay, so this, I was really excited to try this. There are so many great products in here, and neutrals, like, you know you're gonna wear neutrals. So this is really similar to the one I just swatched, except it looks like it's a little bit darker. It looks like it has a little bit more mauve in it, so that's it there, closest to my thumb. 2 more products. We have an Urban Decay lipstick, 1993. This is a Comfort Matte. This is another full-size product, right? This looks full size. It looks like a big bullet. I don't own any other Urban Decay lipsticks, so I can't tell you from experience. This one is much more brown, warm brown toned than any other product in the box. That's it there, the brightest thing on the edge of my hand, the darkest thing. And then we have a Bite Beauty lippy, which I always get these from my Point Perks as well. And this is called Honeycomb. Look how cute. I'm so cute. Okay, this is going to be the last one here, closest to my thumb again. So those are the 6 products in the box, and I really recommend it, you guys. I mean, I always love the Sephora favorites. That one's definitely like a more neutral, like a warm tone neutral, I guess, compared to some of the other things over here. So that is the whole box, and oh my goodness, you guys, I love the smell of the Bite Beauty lipsticks. They're like, it smells like a lemon puff pastry or something bad that I shouldn't eat. Alright guys, so we are on to green, and we're looking at a Sinful Colors Sugar Crushin'. I have seen people say that they're finding these still like at Big Lots and stuff like that, and Kmart I think. This is their, well, these were limited edition, so it's hard to find still anymore, but if you have this and you haven't pulled it out yet, I love this so much. This is called Sweeten the Teal. Sweeten the Teal. My love affair with Sinful Colors, you guys. I'm going to tell you in just a second about some Sinful Colors news. Okay, so this is a beautiful, definitely on the green side of teal, I feel like, with beautiful bright gold shimmer, gold and green shimmers, and then it's textured. I really just think this is so beautiful. The opacity level that it was at 2 coats was just fine with me. I really loved it. So yeah, I'm not over textured polishes. I really love them. And then when they put this bright, awesome shimmer in here like Zoya does, yes please. My blue polish is another polish that a friend sent me. This is Ciate, and it's called Power Dressing. And just, ooh, look at that beautiful, deep, rich royal blue. This one is a jelly formula though, and so we've swatched deep blue jellies on here before, and I feel like sometimes they look okay at 2 coats. Sometimes you really need to go for that 3rd and try to get a little bit more opacity, but man, they just look so juicy. So I'm showing you 2 coats. You know, you decide if you mind seeing a little bit of nail lime. So, yep, this one is Power Dressing, and it's just so rich. Alright you guys, so it's time for another purple. This one is from Orly in their breathable treatment color line that they have released recently. This one was so close to being my A+, so if you don't like the one that I end up showing you for A+, go for this one. The A+ one is blingier and sparklier. If you want something just like a straight up cream, this was a 1-coater. This is called Pick Me Up, and I love it so much. I'm really in love with this Orly Breathable line. Now, I haven't tested out. I picked out a really, really light one, so I will let yet, you know, see. That'll show up in a Swatchfest how good the really, really light ones are. But I'm really loving them. At the drugstore, I think they're like $8.99 a piece. You really don't need to pay that price, you guys. You can get them from, what was it, Head to Toe Beauty. I think that they're like I think they're around $5 there. Anyway, so these are so good. So anyway, love this. Absolutely was pretty much tied for my A+ spot. Really, really love this. Okay, for neutral, it is what I have on my nails, and I really love this as well, you guys. I love this kind of shade. It's so chic and lovely, and I could wear it all the time. So another almost tie here. This is from Orly. This is from their Argan Oil formula. So gorgeous. I'm sure a lot of you have picked this up because when I look at the range, I'm drawn like right to the shade. It's not like a typical red, pink, like beige or whatever. I was really drawn to this green gray. It's so beautiful. It's called Bamboost and it's number 480. I haven't met a Sally Hansen Color Therapy Argan Oil. I couldn't get that out. I haven't met one yet that I don't like. This is beautiful in 2 coats. It's not a 1 coater, but I don't care about that. It's so beautiful. I never want to take this off. Literally, you guys, I had so many good polishes this week. Yeah, I'm just really in love with it. So as far as movies are concerned, I'm going to tell you guys what movie Tim and I saw in the theater. So we finally went to go see La La Land. You guys heard me saying that I really wanted to go see that really bad. I wanted to make sure I saw it in the theater because it's like a musical production. Like it's trying to be, well, I think it's trying to like revive musicals from the, 40s and 50s that were really, really popular all through that time. And I feel like they did a really great job. One of my issues I was having right off the bat, and I don't know if it's just me and I'm having like inner ear problems, I feel like it was quiet. Like when you hear these big band group numbers, I feel like you expect the sound to just be like so like awesome and big. And for me, I don't know if you guys saw it in the very first number, it was just kind of quiet and not very full. I think that's the word I'm looking for. Like it really wasn't full, like all the instruments were being represented there or something, you know what I mean? Like it just felt kind of just like quiet, like I was watching it like a stage performance right in front of me, like not even as full as when you go see a play or a musical and you get to hear the whole orchestra in front of you. It didn't even feel as loud as that. So I don't know what was going on with that. I'll have to watch it again and see if I still have the same experience like when I watch it at home or whatever. But I really love the show. Okay, first off, it's Ryan Gosling, who we already talked about today, and Emma Stone, and they were so great in Crazy Stupid Love. I mean, that also has Steve Carell, so hello, that movie is just awesome. But this was really good. This wasn't really a funny show. There were a few like lighthearted things. Well, there was a couple of lighthearted things, but it wasn't really funny. It's basically the story of these 2 young people who have very passionate dreams. And I remember like as soon as the film started, I said to Tim, I was like, oh, okay, so is she gonna get love or is she gonna get success in her career or whatever? I didn't say it in that exact phrasing. I was like, I wonder if she'll get both. And I feel like literally that is the theme of the show. Like you get to see them both striving to achieve their dreams in their careers and with their passions, and you get to also see their storyline as a couple and like dating and just the different pitfalls that people in relationships fall into. And just the different choices you make as you're trying to, you know, achieve your desired career, or, you know, the different priorities you make along the way, and whether you prioritize a relationship or you prioritize the said career or whatever, and how those things kind of are involved. And yeah, that's kind of what the whole thing is about. I thought the music was really beautiful. Of course, I loved Ryan Gosling in it. I thought Emma Stone was really pretty great as well. She's not my favorite, but I thought that those two just really do such a great job together. It's so funny though for me when I see him with Emma Stone, and then, I don't know, for me, maybe this is just, nobody else feels like this, but since I know who his real life wife is, and Emma Stone is basically as opposite of that woman, Eva Mendes, as possible, I just think it's so funny. They do have great chemistry in the show, but for me it's not wholly believable because I know like his actual type, like the woman he's actually with. So for me that's a little bit funny. I feel like they actually seem more like brother and sister in the show. Anyway, I did really like it. I recommend it. It's not like super, I don't feel like it's trying to just paint a big bow over the whole thing, which is, I think, refreshing. So that is what I watched this week. Let me know if there's anything you watched that you feel like I need to know about. Let me know. Alright guys, let's move on to the last 2 polishes. So, if you guys remember last week I showed you a Studio M glitter that I just really wasn't a very big fan of, just because for me, I just didn't really like the formula and just like the finish of it and everything. Anyway, I have another studio glitter to show you. Clearly all the little glitters have pooled right there in that one spot. This, did it on the back too, how funny. This polish is called Robin's Egg because this is so beautiful. I'm obsessed with this polish. It's a very, very light blue, which in of itself is so beautiful. But then when you put the little specks from the matte glitters in there, it looks just like a robin's egg, and it's just so gorgeous. I feel like, I think Color Club did do a polish just like this. We were talking about on Snapchat how somebody was telling me that Studio M is actually from the same makers as Color Club. So that's why a lot of their polishes seem the same. They possibly just could be repackaged into this bottle to see how well they sell for this much lower price of $2.99. In any case, I really, 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 really like this, and it has a great formula. Swatch is so great at 2 coats, so this one's great. If you haven't ever tried these before, I've heard you guys mention in the comments that you just said always pass up this polish line at Meijer's because you just figured it probably wasn't that good, but it's really good. Alright, you guys, time for A+ polish. So this is OPI-DS Indulgence, and my girl Pau sent this to me as a surprise the other day. Even though it's her birthday, make sure you guys all tell her happy birthday over in her channel. It was last week, but anyway, it still counts. And even though it was her birthday, she sent me a present. And this is a beautiful, fiery, it's a red base. It's like a red kind of jelly curly base. Really juicy looking, but it has awesome, fiery, like bronzy gold shimmers. They're glitters, but they're so small. They're shimmers. So anyway, this is so bright and so delectable. It's so perfect at 2 coats. The formula is so just beautiful and clean, and it's just so bright. So I actually destroyed my bottle a little bit. This is not how it came when she sent it to me, but I couldn't get this open. So I had to use some pliers actually to get this open, and I ruined it. Well, I didn't ruin it, but I just need to find a silver nail polish that's this exact color, and I can just paint the bottle. That'll work just fine. So I love this. It's my A+ one, and if you happen to find this, snatch it. Alright guys, so I have a bonus polish for you this week. This is Colors to Carol Rooster, and it's inspired by the Chinese New Year. And I am putting this in as a bonus this week because I didn't receive it until after I'd already picked all the polishes. But I really want to include it because it is going to be a limited release polish. It's only going to be available for pre-sale from February 3rd to February 10th, which means by next Swatchfest, it would already be too late for you guys to pick it up. And I'm so obsessed with this polish. It is so unique. It's just really, really awesome and blindingly gorgeous, and it's stunning, you guys. I really needed you to see it. So here we have a gold linear holographic, but we also have flakies in here. We have gold and red glitter in different sizes, and honestly, this is just such a beautiful polish. I really can't think of another polish like this. And so I just would feel bad if you guys missed out because I didn't share it with you before the pre-sale was over. So I hope you enjoy this as much as I do. Definitely go check out her website. I will link it down below. And yeah, that's your little bonus. All right, you guys, that was Swatchfest. I hope you had some fun. As always, that is the whole point. My channel is meant to be informational and helpful, but also it's just meant to be fun. It's not a serious channel. We're just trying to kick back, have a little fun, you guys. Just chill and forget about your worries. Forget about your worries and your strife. Honor's dancing in her dance class to that song, and so she comes home singing bare, what does she say? She doesn't say bare necessities, she says bare a sesames. Bare a sesames. And it's so cute, it's so cute. Oh my goodness. Okay, so anyway, where were we? She's doing a tap song to that dance and that song, and that's what made me think of it. That is it for Swatchfest, you guys. I hope you've been having fun with the videos I've been putting out on my channel. I'm just like, let's get the videos out. We have lots more stuff coming this next week too, so hang on to your seats. No, I hope you stop back on by. I love you guys so much. Thanks for making my channel just the most awesome thing ever. It has been such a pleasure to be able to host this nail polish world where we can all just enjoy. And it's so funny because before I really found YouTube, I didn't really find, I mean, I'd never met a group of women that were as passionate about something as silly as nail polish before. And then I found all of you guys and I didn't feel so silly. You know what I mean? Like, it's been a long time since I felt silly for loving nail polish. Still once in a while when I meet a person that finds out what I do, they're like, okay. But like, then sometimes I'll feel silly, but just in general, I don't feel silly anymore. It's because of you guys. And thank you for embracing me, for embracing what I love, for sharing that you love the same thing. That is just so awesome. Everybody needs a place to feel like they just fit in and everybody gets them. And this is our nail polish place, you guys. So I love you. Thanks for stopping by for Swatchfest. I will see you back for the next video. Have an awesome weekend. Lots of kisses. I will see you guys back for the next one. Take care. Bye.